What I would eat to look like Brad Pitt in Troy. Ever since I watched this movie and seen his physique in Troy, it just looked incredible. Defined, lean, muscular, girls loved it, men respect it. So how would I eat to look like Brad Pitt in Troy? This is a journey I've been on the last 12 months. I've done 10 years of gym lifting, eating the bro way, eating the healthy way, and I still looked barely above average. This is me on screen here after 10 years of lifting. Then once I finally locked it in and followed the Troy blueprint, which I will show you guys in this video, and the first link below if you're interested, I managed to transform my body into this. A complete transformation, and on my way with high testosterone to become like the Troy-like warriors. So what makes it look so good? What made this physique pop? What made this physique men just inspire and crave to have, but so many don't achieve? Well, it's three main things. First up is the body. To have this body, we need to be super lean. 8 to 10% body fat, no more. And I don't say that because it's like unhealthy to be any more than 10%, but you don't pop, you don't stand out, you don't have that edge to you when you're 12, 15, 18%. And I'm talking from experience here. When I was 15% to 18% body fat, I looked healthy and athletic, but I didn't look sharp. Girls didn't second glance at me. Men didn't respect me the same. I didn't get compliments in the gym. So being 8 to 10% body fat is the standard. And that correlates to having high T. One of the biggest factors of having high testosterone is being lean. There's a lot of things we cover in other videos, but having high testosterone, optimizing your lifestyle, your diet, and your habits to have high T will play a massive effect. And then thirdly is muscle mass. We need to be carrying a good amount, an elite level of muscle mass to have that pop. If you're super lean, 8% body fat, but you have no muscle mass, you don't stand out, you don't pop, you don't have that edge about you. You need to have enough muscle mass, high testosterone, while being lean to really give you that Brad Pitt and Troy look, that Troy warrior look, the look that less than 1% of men ever achieve. A mission that I am on to becoming. And then second one, we have the mind. Before I go into the mind, guys, I want to just let you know there's a free program below I've created called Body by Troy. And it literally has an 8 video guide series on how to become a Troy-like warrior. Completely free, no hidden catches. If you want to upgrade to the full course, you can. But if you just want to learn the basics of having high testosterone, becoming lean, what to eat to become a Troy-like warrior, then first link below. Okay, back to the video. We have a mind. Not only does a lot of these warriors in this film looked lean, looked strong, looked powerful. That's amazing, okay? But it's the mindset he had in this film that felt amazing. It's the way he carried himself, the way he acted with the other men, the females, the kings. It's how his presence was and his aura was. That's what separated him. He had a strong mindset. So how do we do this in the modern age? We can't fight other people in terms of to death and go to battle and fight other armies and do these things, but we can do things in daily life that give us a resemblance of hard things that build resilience. And for me, doing hard things is my workouts. My workouts are not easy. They go in there with one mission, to go in there with full intensity, break down the muscle, and have one main goal, is to get stronger in that session. So that's the hard things. Let me have the strength in the actual mind. And what I like to do is ice baths. Ice baths are incredible things to do because not many men can jump in freezing cold ice and stay there for a long period of time. It has countless benefits in terms of your health and shredding fat. But the biggest one I have found is just building resilience in the mindset. There's so many guys I meet at the gym who are big and strong. They jump in the ice bath, they freak out, they can't handle it, and they jump out. That's not who I want to become. I want to become a Troy-like warrior who not only has an elite level physique, who's incredibly strong, incredibly lean, but he has a resilient mindset. Nothing can beat his mindset. And that's what gives you that Troy body and that Troy lifestyle. And then it's food. We have to optimize the food we put into our body. This is the primal health food pyramid. We go for whole foods and singular ingredients. We don't need this processed garbage. We eat how the warriors used to eat, how the warriors and the kings used to eat, not the peasants, not the modern man. We want to eat like the 1%. Whole foods, singular ingredients, having a high fat for hormonal health, high protein for recovery from our gym sessions to get stronger, and utilizing carbohydrates in the right way possible with timings when we have them is so important. So we have a balanced approach to our diet. And then further of all, we have to look after our testosterone and optimize testosterone levels. And that comes down to these things here, but it also comes down to testosterone boosting foods. Things that most people never eat. Oysters, beef liver, chicken heart, organs of animals that are nutrient rich and will give you so much more than just the usual multivitamin off the shelf. So utilizing these has been a game changer for me in the last 12 months. But it's not always about what you do, it's about what you don't do. Just like habits, just like watching porn. You don't want to do these things because they ruin and they hold you back. These things are being processed foods. Processed foods are made to be convenient, to be cheap, to be addictive, and they're full of adjectives, preservatives that are just not natural to the body and will give you a really shit looking physique, essentially. And then we have high omega-6 trans fats. And that comes down to oils. Since the companies came out and wanted to make cheaper food for the masses, they started making oils out of trans fats, canola oil, seed oils, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil. All these oils are very cheap to make. They're refined, they're processed, they're chemically altered, and they are incredibly bad for the body. To remove all these and start incorporating healthy fats like butters, beef tallow, ghee, coconut oil. Bad timing of food. Like I said, timings of food is very important, especially carbohydrates. So having bad timing will definitely set you back. And then limiting or actually completely removing these healthy foods that people are pushed upon. The protein yogurts, the protein cakes, the protein bars, the all-in-one meal replacements. Everyone's told these are healthy, they have all these amazing benefits. But again, how are they made? Preservatives, adjectives, flavorings, nothing we actually need. They're just made to put the profit onto these corporations. They're making these foods for the masses. And you don't do that by making really healthy, low margin foods. You do it by making, addictive foods that are supposedly made to look healthy, but they're actually not. Because if they just told you to eat this sort of diet, whole food, single ingredient, high fat protein, good carbs, liver, oysters, they'd be out of business. Okay? And that's a journey I've been on. For the last 10 years of my life, I busted ass. I've done everything else told to do was right in training, in diet, in lifestyle. I've done it over 10 years. And I look like this. This is what I could show the world after 10 years of busting ass. And anything like me, you know how frustrating this is to bust ass for so long and really have nothing to show for it. Maybe you're stuck now, you're at the gym, and in the last 2 years, what progress have you actually made? What have you actually got stronger in the gym? Have you actually built muscle or gotten leaner? Or do you just look older and a bit more skinny fat and the same version where you are right now? When I finally locked it in, when I finally went back to the basics, what the Troy warriors used to have, the gladiators, the Romans, the best of the world, I look like this. When I optimized, that's my friend by the way, my coach, handstand coach. Anyways, when I optimized my lifestyle, my training and my diet, and incorporated what I'm going to tell you in my program and my videos, this is when I started to shred fat a lot easier, have high testosterone, high libido, high motivation, high drive, high energy throughout the whole day, and felt much more internal confidence, happiness, stillness in my lifetime. And it's very simple, but you just need guidance. The one thing you don't have that I do have is knowledge and guidance. And that is why I created Body by Troy. Body by Troy is a program for guys that want to become like the men of Troy. Not a bodybuilder, not a CrossFit coach or a hybrid athlete, a true warrior of our ancestors, like the Troy warriors once were. Brothers of men with one mission, to become the best self possible in their mind, their body, and their spirit. And in this first link below, I created an 8-part video series you can watch to find out all about this, learn more about these characteristics, learn more about this lifestyle. So I'll leave it for you to go through. Join the Brotherhood of Men. Get on this journey, because I swear to God, it will change your life, just like it changed mine. It took me 12 months to have this transformation. And this took me 10 years to build. If I knew what I knew this 10 years ago, I'd have been so much farther ahead. And if that frustrates me, I don't want that to happen to you, wherever you are in life, whether you are overweight, whether you are skinny fat, whether you are skinny, you just need the right guidance and the right blueprint to follow. Forget about all the fluff, all the bullshit in the world. Eat, train, live, and move like our ancestors. And that's what will give you the physique of a Troy warrior. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll speak to you all soon, and take care.